I've seen Katerina joining, so during the connections, the first touch. Edo, tell you. This is
Καλησπέρα.
Καλησπέρα. Γεια σου, Katerina. Τι κάνεις?
Γεια σου, Αρκάν. Καλά. Καλησπέρα σε όλους.
It's very nice to see you again.
You too. And thank you so much for the invitation.
It's always a pleasure. I tried to explain a second ago. This is an honor for me as well because I've been doing this live show for more than 3 years now. But you are going to be the first Rebetika singer that I'll be hosting. I feel so privileged. I'm so happy, so excited. As I told you yesterday, if I make any mistakes during our conversation, just be understanding because I'm so excited. I have so many things in mind that I want to talk to you. So thank you so much for accepting my invitation.
Thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure.
Katerina, I am definitely sure everybody joining, dear friends, know very well about you. But if you let me for a few seconds, I would like to introduce you and talk about you a little before our conversation. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
Okay, dear friends, there are actually two main reasons we are sharing the same screen with Katerina tonight. The first one is she shared in her story yesterday, very important. We both think that life without music is not possible. I totally agree. Since I was born, when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is just turning on the radio or just play some of my records. So this is the first reason why we are together tonight. And secondly, we are both, as far as I understand, trying to promote Rebetiko culture and Rebetika music together. And Katerina has been taking the stage for so many years. She contributed to many projects. And she is a musician, not only a musician, instrumentalist, singer with a wonderful international career. And for me, most importantly, she is one of the most prominent figures of Rebetika song in our time. Actually, this is so important. And she plays classical piano, folk guitar, and bağlama. If I'm saying something wrong, please just correct me.
Okay. I'm not that good in classical piano. I used to be.
And you performed in the biggest stages in Athens and also all over Greece, and as well as in many different countries, so many countries we can name. You work with the most important figures of Rebetika like Babis Koles and Agatonas. Unfortunately, we lost two guys very recently, and I would like to talk to you about them as well if we have time today. And very importantly, you are not only a performer, you also have a mission to promote Rebetika. You want people to know more about Rebetika. That's actually what I've been trying to do for the last 3 years. So this is actually very, very important. Would you like to add anything to my introduction before we start our conversation?
Okay, I want to add that I am a mother. I have 3 children and a lovely husband.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you so much. So I would like to start with my questions, actually. And with every question, we can just generate our conversation to expand it. Can you please talk about a little bit about your background, your roots? I know that you have some relations to Asia Minor as well. Could you please talk about it a little bit for us?
Yes. Both my parents' families came from Asia Minor. My father's family from Trapezunta, and my mother's family from Prinkiponis, across Constantinople. My roots are, we are like family. I feel like we are like family.
I would like to translate this into Turkish if you let me just a few seconds because
Yes,
it's very
yes.
important. I want especially the Turkish fans to know about this. Sevgili dostlar, Katerina'ya ilk sorum kökleriyle ilgili oldu. Ben çünkü Küçük Asya kökenli olduğunu biliyorum ama bunu dün ben de teyit etmiş oldum. Baba tarafı Trabzon'dan, anne tarafı da İstanbul adalar tarafından, bizim Prens Adaları dediğimiz adalar tarafından. Mübadele zamanında, population exchange zamanında onlar 1922'den sonra Atina'ya gitmişler. Dolayısıyla bu hikayeyi de size paylaşmak istedim. Thank you, Katerina. So actually, this question wasn't on my list, but when I started talking to you, I just want to ask it right now. When I do my live shows, I keep saying that it's not possible to categorize Rebetiko under one flag, under one nation, under some borders as well. So I find this quite important. Do you agree? Actually, when we talk about Rebetiko, we talk about many different geographies. We can extend it to the United States, to Europe, to Australia as well. I would like to have your opinion on this, please.
Exactly, and first of all, we have to talk about the influence from Asia Minor. People came from Asia Minor to Piraeus and mingle and mixed the music with the one they found there. And Rebetiko was born.
Yes.
So it's a multicultural, how can I say, piece of music.
So can we say that Rebetiko was originated from Asia Minor, but it was actually born in Piraeus or Syros? Is this right, or just was it born in Asia Minor in the beginning?
No, it was born in Piraeus.
In Piraeus, yeah.
The mixture became, yes, the mixture became, and everything happened after people came from Asia Minor to Piraeus. It was a new kind of music.
Yes, actually, as far as I know, there are three periods when we talk about Rebetiko. One period is not many people know, just before the population exchange, before 1922. I think it started in 1850s during the Industrial Revolution. Many people migrated from, especially from Greece, to the United States, and we are talking about like 500,000 people, which comprises 1/5 of the total population that time. So, and the second period was between 1922 and 1940, which was a core period. Marcos Vamvakaris and the most influential guys just took the stage. And we have a third period, I think from 40 to 53, when we have Titanis, Manulis Iotis as well. So what period do you like the most when you perform Rebetiko, or if you need to choose, which one would you choose?
Oh, that's a tough question. If I had to choose, I would choose the period of Titanis and Hiotis. Yes.
Okay.
I love Marcos Vamvakaris. I think he's the father of Rebetiko. He's the spring that the water came.
Absolutely.
So please don't make me choose.
Okay.
But from the repertoire that I use mostly is from the period of Titanis and Hiotis and Mitsakis, that period.
Okay, actually, that was the reason I asked you the question, because I've been listening to your performances for the last couple of weeks because I was going to host you. I just needed to study my lesson, and that's what I thought. Actually, this is the reason that I just asked you. I just realized that was the case.
Yes, I love also songs from Asia Minor, and we have a lot of shows with kanun, oud, violin, guitar, percussion, and the Eastern sounds.
And
but
please, I don't want to interrupt.
No. We have a lot of shows with this kind of music, also the first period. But mostly we play with bouzouki, guitar, accordion, baglama, the original Rebetiko band orchestra.
Okay. I think there are some songs as well which are we call, I think in Greek it's paradosiako, traditional songs. And there's a lot of discussion going on, and which if it's Turkish or Greek, we have very similar sounds with similar songs. Like,
of course, of course. I don't think it's anybody's songs. The songs travel around the world from harbors, from mouth to mouth, so it's everybody's song.
Absolutely. So after this couple
Music
of questions,
yes.
Please, I think there's some.
No. I was going to say that music is for everybody. Okay. It's nobody's.
Time there's a delay in the connection. That's the reason I seem like interrupting you. I'm so sorry. That's the reason why. Okay, can you hear me right now?
Yes.
Okay, Katerina, before my next question, is it possible for you to sing a song for us right now at this stage? I think it's the right time to start with.
Yes, why not? I have my baglamas.
Perfect. I love baglamas.
And I asked my husband to play guitar, but he's not going to be on camera.
Okay. I can see
Shall we play?
No problem.
Can you hear me?
Yes, very well.
Let's see. Let me try to move the camera so you can see my baglama also. Oh. Συχνά τα βράδια μοναχή με παραδάς και μ' άλλες γκόμενες τα πίνεις και γεντάς και στο τσαρδάκι σου έρχεσαι μόνο για να πιεις το καφεδάκι σου και στο τσαρδάκι σου έρχεσαι μόνο για να πιεις το καφεδάκι σου και χτυπάω το κεφάλι το ξέρω να στο φινάλε που είσαι σίγουρο και στο τσαρδάκι σου σε περιμένω για να πιεις το καφεδάκι σου και στο τσαρδάκι σου σε περιμένω για να πιεις το καφεδάκι σου κι απ' τη λαχτάρα μου θα βγάλω τη χρυσή θα λιώνα λείπει η αγάπη σου κι εσύ και στο τσαρδάκι σου ίσως να έρθεις για να πιεις το καφεδάκι σου και στο τσαρδάκι σου ίσως να έρθεις για να πιεις το καφεδάκι σου.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ. Από την καρδιά μου.
Παρακαλώ.
Katerina, I feel so excited. I'm so happy. I just feel like I'm watching you. You are just doing it on the stage, and I feel like I'm in Athens right now. This is a great feeling. I hope in the very near future I will be able to join you guys. And I actually started learning the words of the songs in Greek, and I'm trying to sing at the moment because it gives me a great feeling. So I just wanted to accompany. By the way, I saw and I heard somebody accompanying you. Is there anybody with you right now there?
Yes, my husband. It's behind the cameras, behind the scenes. I asked him. My husband is a very, very talented and
I can imagine.
Okay, yes, he's one of the greatest guitar players that we have in Rebetiko today. And I'm very, very, very privileged to be working with him.
What's his name?
Nikos Protopapas.
Nikos Protopapas. Yes, Nico. Very, very pleased to meet you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Actually, this song was To Kafedaki from Manolis Iotis, right?
Yes.
Could you like me read the lyrics in Turkish to my friends so that they
Yes,
know
I was
what
going
it's
to tell you
talking
about the
about.
lyrics.
Thank you so much for your patience. Arkadaşlar biraz önce dinlediğimiz Tokapedaki Manolis Iotis'in 1950 yılında yaptığı parçalardan biriydi. Sözleri şöyle: sen sık sık akşamları gidip beni başka güzel kadınlarla aldatıyorsun. Sadece çardağa gelip kahve içiyorsun ve gidiyorsun. Ben seni ancak o arada görebiliyorum. Ama ne kadar aptalım ki ben seni her seferinde affediyorum diyor. Sadece kahve içerken görüyorum diye. Böyle çok güzel sözleri olan bir parçayı dinledik. Tekrar teşekkür ediyoruz Katerina'ya. Efaristo para poli Katerina, once more.
You know that I understand some of the lyric, the words from Turkish language.
Really? How much do you understand?
I understand. Because my father, he used very much the Turkish language in mingled with his Greek. A lot of words, because his family, when they wanted to talk about something and didn't want the children to understand, they talked in Turkish.
I know the feeling because my mom, she was from North Macedonia as well, and when they are with my aunts, exactly as you say, they don't want to understand, and they started speaking Yugoslavian that time. I understand.
So after a little bit, they started to learn the language. So my father used a lot of words.
Would you like to say something in Turkish now?
Ben Katerina and seviyorum sen.
Harika.
Is it right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And your pronunciation is wonderful.
Wonderful. Okay. Oh.
Thank you so much.
I will try to learn some songs in Turkish.
Songs in Turkish.
I'm interested in learning some songs.
That would be great. I'm just looking forward to listen to you. I actually read some pieces about Stella Haskell. I think before she passed away, she gave a couple of concerts in Istanbul in some.
Yes.
Yeah, you remember.
A lot of Rebetiko singers visited Istanbul. It was a very rich and cultured place to go and play.
Yeah.
So a lot of Titanis, Marikaninu, they all went and performed for months in Istanbul. They stayed for months and played.
Actually, I will ask you some questions related to this later, but not now. Just keep this in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Now I would like to jump to the next question, which is going to be another difficult one for me, actually, because I've been trying to find the right definition for Rebetiko culture. And when I read the books, I have seen some examples, like famous Rebetika pianist Yorgos Rovertakis said, Rebetika songs were written by Rebetes and for Rebetes only. The Rebetis is a man who had a sorrow and threw it out. That was his explanation, actually. And when we moved to Elias Petropoulos, the famous urban folklorist in Greece, who later had to move to Paris, and he passed away in Paris, actually, in France. He's very famous for his writings, articles. And he says the Rebetika are small, simple songs sung by simple people. That's what he believes, actually. And my humble definition, as it's stated on my Rebetika Arkanaki profile, I think Rebetika is the sound of life, sometimes bitter, sometimes sweet, from Asia Minor to Piraeus, as you said a couple of seconds ago. So I would like to hear your definition of Rebetika culture. What do you think Rebetiko is?
Rebetiko is, for me, is freedom. It's the most pure sound.
Interesting.
The lyrics are simple, but very meaningful and very important. And in their simplicity, I think they touch greatness.
I mean, when we talk about simplicity, what we're talking about actually, is it the pure feelings of people without exaggeration, like love, hate, joy, sorrow? Are we talking about this concept when we say simple? I just want to understand this concept now.
I don't think any of this is simple. I don't agree with the definition and the.
Yeah, actually, that's why I'm asking you.
I totally disagree. When you read the songs, every song. It's a different story that you have to feel and understand. And Rebetiko always talks honestly. I think that's the best word we can use. Honor and honesty. They talk about drugs, they talk about poverty, about immigration, about money, about women, good, bad women, love very much. They talk about life in a plain language that everybody can understand and relate.
And when we talk about this, actually, another question comes up in my mind. When some people compare Rebetiko with blues in America in the same period, like 1920s. But when I listen to you, I think there's a difference, because
yes, I think that Rebetiko and blues I think they are brothers. They take place the same period, almost the same period, and they have the same topics, and they talk about the same things.
I totally agree. I think there is one difference. I just wonder if you agree with me. You said the people are free. We talk about freedom when we talk about Rebetiko, but when we talk about blues, we are talking about people under
that was the one thing.
Yeah,
yes, that's the one thing.
Very important stuff.
They had, fortunately, we didn't have to struggle with something like this, but they had to, and they made all their pain and sorrow into music.
Absolutely. So I would like to ask another question related to this. Actually, when I look around me, not only in Greece but also in Turkey and in other countries, young people tend to show a great interest in Rebetiko culture very recently. I keep watching the TV shows and radio shows, and when I go to the clubs in London to listen to Rebetiko, I see a lot of young people actually listening and enjoying the. What do you think is the reason for this very recent happening?
The reason is because it's an original stuff. I think young people they have pure ears and pure heart, and they realize by instinct. I think they approach Rebetiko.
That's a good explanation.
Yes, and always young people have a tendency to go back to their roots and find where they came from, so they can stand up and live their lives and everything. So it's very nice that we have a lot of young people learning, joining, asking questions, writing books, doing albums. I'm very, very happy about this.
And actually, internet actually is helping on this. We just
very much.
We share everything, all the information very fast. If you are meraklis, you can find everything on the screen.
You know, when I started, there was no internet. We had to go and find the albums. It was very, very hard to find because it wasn't. How can I say? It was backsided Rebetiko for a long time in Greece.
Yeah.
So we had to start and go in the record shops and try and find the songs and learn, or stand by the radio to record on a tape.
Yes, I remember. I did the same thing actually. Yeah.
Yes, but it was lovely also the hunt.
this has been a great explanation. I think one more thing is important on this. When we look at the history, there are some times that people think Rebetiko is no longer exist. It's dead. But when there's hard times, when there's suppression, when there's political climate, people tend to protest on something and they rediscover Rebetika. It's kind of a way of protest, I think. That's the reason why, in my opinion, young people find it very close to themselves, just with the songs, with the lyrics. Do you agree with this?
Yes, very much. This comes back to what I was talking before. It is a pure original stuff.
Original stuff, yeah, absolutely. This is a very important part. So, can you sing another one before the next question so that we can all relax and listen to
Yes.
Thank you.
Νίκο, την παράξενη κοπέλα.
Παράξενη κοπέλα.
Τι παράξενη κοπέλα είσαι εσύ. Τι μεράκια έχεις και σε βασανίζουν. Τώρα το έχεις ρίξει στο κρασί και τα μάτια σου τα βλέπω να δακρύζουν. Τώρα το έχεις ρίξει στο κρασί και τα μάτια σου τα βλέπω να δακρύζουν. Τι μυστήριο κορίτσι είσαι εσύ, να σε βλέπω στα μετάξωτα ντυμένη, να σε βλέπω να τα πίνεις σαν τρελή κι από τη Σιμόπολη κακοφτιαγμένη, να σε βλέπω να τα πίνεις σαν τρελή κι από τη Σιμόπολη κακοφτιαγμένη. Τι παράξενη κοπέλα είσαι εσύ. Δεν μ' αρέσει η ζωή αυτή που κάνεις. Άσε πλέον τις ταβέρνες στο κρασί. Σου το λέω πως πιτσάτα θα πεθάνεις. Άσε πλέον τις ταβέρνες στο κρασί. Σου το λέω πως πιτσάτα θα πεθάνεις.
Γεια σου Κατερίνα, γεια σου Νίκο.
Γεια σου Αρκάν. Μερακλή.
During the introduction, I wasn't explaining enough after listening to you live. This is hard to explain. Wonderful voice, wonderful. I cannot find the right words to express. In our time, we are so privileged at this time listening to you. I'm so honest. I'm not exaggerating. That's what I'm feeling at the moment. I'm honestly. Thank you from my heart. This is wonderful.
Very welcome.
This time I will read the lyrics in English for, I think we have non-Turkish speakers as well, so maybe they would like to find out about the words, the lyrics. So the name is Strange Girl, is that right?
Strange Girl, yes.
The Strange Girl from Manolis Iotis again. It says, what a strange girl you are. What problems you have that tortures you. You are drinking wine all the time. and I see your eyes with tears. Don't do this. Come to yourself. Leave drinking, leave everything. Otherwise, you'll be dying soon. Is that the right translation?
Yes. And you will die very poor also.
Yes. Thank you. Wonderful, this one. So I was talking about your performances worldwide. Now, my next question is about Turkey, actually. We talk about the Rebetiko, the Smyrni, and Konstantinopoli, Izmir, and Istanbul are the melting points for this culture. So we would like to see you and listen to you in Turkey as well. Do you have any plans to perform in the epicenter of Rebetiko?
Yes, actually, I talked with my dear friend Evrim.
Evrim Ateşler.
Yes.
Dear friend.
And I think we are going to make something. I sent him my love. He's a great. Yes.
He's a great friend.
A great performer. Yes.
Very happy to hear this. Perfect.
I think we are going to make it this year. We talked about it a lot of times, but circumstances brings people closer. I think it was also because of you. So
thank you.
You will be a guest of honor.
I'm pleased. Thank you so much. You are so kind. Please let me know just before this project. So I'll do everything to fly to Turkey just to listen to you and meet you in person. Please do this.
No, you have to do something different. You have to take me and Evrim to London.
That's even better. That's much better. It's my pleasure, my honor. Absolutely. Absolutely. So we'll be in contact, Katerina.
Of course we will.
So you recently wrote a book about Marika Nino. Could you please talk about, did you write it yourself or you wrote it with
I wrote it with Tassos Kaklamanis. He's a very, very talented. He also is a musician, but not only. He's a great researcher and very, very talented writer. And we wrote it together. I wrote like she was talking in the first. I don't know how to say this. I started, I am Marika Ninusa, like I was the singer.
Yeah.
And Tassos took care of everything, all the documents, photographs, and interviews we took from people that we found that still living and remembering things about her, her family, musicians, friends. We had been researching for almost 3 years before we wrote the book. She has an Marika Nino. I have to say that she's my favorite, Rebetiko singer. She had a very.
I was going to ask you, what's the reason for that? What's the significance of Marika Nino to you, mostly?
I think she's still alive. She jumps out of the record and dances around us when you listen to her. This is my feeling.
Yeah.
All the time. I feel she's sitting next to me.
Wow,
that's my
feeling. I understand.
Yes, it is. And it's when you are a singer, it's also a scary feeling because she's so perfect that you cannot touch her.
I couldn't agree more. Yeah, that's well. Actually, she had a competition with Sotria Belu when they worked with Titanis, didn't they? I think they had this sort of problem. Is it written on the book? I think, and this is the first question. Second question, is your book going to be in English as well?
Yes, it's going to be in English very soon. We are going to translate it in English. And as soon as she partnered with Titanis, she exterminated all the other singers. That's the word. She took them off.
Okay.
She didn't leave space for any other singer at all, female singer.
Okay, I'm going to ask you, because this is related, this is going to be a paparazzi question. When you come to our time,
okay.
To our time, is there a competition between you singers or musicians at present time, in our time? Is it still happening?
There is always a competition because, yes, of course, there is always a competition because people love, artists love the applause. When applause comes into the equation, everything else becomes a problem.
Okay.
But
I see.
I try to work with people that love music and serve music, and this is mostly like a family for me, because we sit together, and this is the philosophy also of Rebetiko. We all sit together. Nobody stands in front. Nobody stands nothing. We share the same
Yes.
space, and it's
It
teamwork. Music,
it seems like it. Well, I've been watching many videos actually. Stinyamas, for example, one of my programs I keep watching all the time. I told you last time I listened. Antonis Enitis. Is this the right pronunciation? Enitis is.
Enitis, yes, yes.
He's one of my idols, for example. I know you guys are together all the time, singing, smiling. It seems like you are just living the moment, sharing all the. I don't see any competition, and that's the reason I asked you actually.
I think when you know who you are and respect other artists and people, respect other people. You don't need to be competitive. I'm not competitive, not anymore. I used to be.
Oh, that's the confession. That's great.
Yes, yes, I used to be, but you have to feel confident first and know who you are.
Absolutely.
When I perform, I give everything. I have 30%, but I give it all to you. I have 50%, 80%, 100%. I give it all. I give all myself. My heart, first of all, and then my voice.
It's apparent. It shows. I can just tell when I listen to you. That's the thing. That's why I just love listening to your voice, your performances.
I think that is the way. For me, that is the way to be honest. And
it feels so.
I
real,
earned.
it feels so real. This is the thing that people are looking for. Actually, this is so important.
In our in Rebetiko, that people come to have lunch, drink, and dance.
Yes.
You use all the senses. You use your smell for good food. You use your taste for good food. You use your ears, clapping the glasses, yamas, and good music.
Absolutely.
And then you use your eyes to watch nice people around you. So you use everything. You are 100% there.
I feel exactly the same thing when I dance Rebetiko, for example. There are times I feel like I can dance until the morning, but there are times I just don't want to move from the table. I just want to listen. So it depends on your feelings at the moment, how your heart beats and stuff. So I totally, and that's the reason why I think we love this culture and this music. This reflects all of us. Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, as I told you yesterday, I've been listening to Rebetiko for more than 10 years now. Before that, I was listening to some popular music, some Nisiatica. I didn't know exactly what I was listening, but I was enjoying. But after listening to Rebetiko, I started to realize there is something different going on there. So I found about Babis Goles, I found about Agatonas. So I know that you had a great relations with, and you performed together with these guys. Could you please talk about a little? I really love those guys.
Oh, they were my teachers. Babis Goles, first of all, Agathonas, and Yoros Xidaris
as well, yeah.
Yes, of course. I was very privileged to work with them many years, all three of them. I was almost 19 when I started working with Babis Goles. I am honored to say that I am in most of his records back vocals, and my husband is in all of his records, almost all of his records, the guitar player. Also in Agathonas, also in Staris. I feel very, very honored that they chose me to be their partner, the female voice next to them.
After listening to you, there is another question which is not in the list actually, it comes up to my mind. Do you think, is it still possible to compose new Rebetiko songs in our time? This is the same for classical music in the West actually. The same question, can we still produce similar stuff? Do we have the same feeling? After listening to you, I think new generation keeping up the good work. As you say, Agathonas and Babi Gole were your teachers. You will be teachers for some other young people as well. So what do you think about this?
I think there's a lot of good stuff going on and a lot of good songs. I don't know if they name them Rebetiko, and who cares how they name them,
yes,
as long as good stuff comes out.
I agree.
Yes. Yes. And now that you mentioned, I have to tell you that I'm also a singing teacher, and I take great pleasure with all the pupils that I have, and online and in my house. It's such an honor to be teaching to young people the feelings and the music and everything technical.
I mean, saying young people, we are still young, by the way. People shouldn't get us
wrong. In January I turned 50.
So we're still young. Way to go, way to go, actually.
Yes, we have a lot of things to do. I know.
Okay, so could you please talk about a little bit about your projects, new projects like seminars, workshops? I am aware that you've been doing some stuff in Europe recently, Rebetiko seminars and workshops.
Yes.
Are there going to be anything new on this?
During the winter time, I will stay in Athens.
In Athens.
I will have seminars and private lessons in Athens, because we have a very busy winter. But in the spring, I will have a tour in Europe, and I will have seminars. We plan on going in Holland, Belgium, Germany, Sweden, and we'll see, Luxembourg.
London probably.
London, of course, London. Why? I haven't been in London, no, I haven't been.
It's going to be a great pleasure for me to take you around, actually. Please come as soon as possible.
Yes, let's make it happen.
So, Katerina, I have only 2 questions left before we unfortunately close our show. We are nearly completing an hour. So, would you like to sing another song for us at this moment?
Yes.
What do you feel?
I will sing. You told me to choose one last song.
Could you please show the baglama to our audience? Can they see the baglama as well? Yeah, this is great. I just want to see this.
Do you know the story of baglama?
Please.
Baglama is exactly like the bouzouki, but it's a very small one. And it was made in a smaller scale during the time that rebetes were thrown in prison.
Yes.
So they made it small and hide it under the jackets, so they can have it inside. Yes, like this. And this one is a big one, but they are mostly smaller. So they could hide it and play inside prison. They had the company. So I will play it, we will play, me and Nikos, a song that is also in Greek and in Turkish. I will sing the Greek lyrics, but
wow.
I think everybody will know the song.
Wow. It's going to be a surprise for me.
Aman δε μου λέτε που είναι αυτός ο ντοκτόρ που γιατρεύει τις πληγές Αμαν δόκτωρ που γιατρεύει τις πληγές για να γιάνει και τις δικές μου τους αντισμετρήσεις κλαις. Αμαν δόκτωρ για να γιάνει και τις δικές μου που έχω σε πολλές μεριές. Αμαν οι πληγές μου εμένα είναι μεγάλες και δεν έχουν γιατρία. Αμαν δόκτωρ και δεν έχουν γιατρία. Πάρε γρόσια, πάρε όσα θέλεις, να μου γιάνεις την καρδιά. Πάρε γρόσια, πάρε όσα θέλεις, να μου γιάνεις την καρδιά. Αμαν
Wow, impressive, impressive. Aman doktor.
Aman doktor, yes.
Derdime bir çare. Çok teşekkürler Katerina. Harika parçaydı. Did you get this?
Çok teşekkürler. And what
So
do I say back now
Sorry?
in Turkish?
Sorry?
What do I say back? In Turkish, what do I respond?
Rica ederim.
Rica ederim.
Rica ederim. Exactly.
Rica ederim. Yes.
Great pronunciation. Katerina, you said it's going to be a busy winter for you
Yes.
this season. So could you please talk about the places, the venues our friends can come and listen to you? And I will also try to come and listen to you as well. So this is the first question. And second question, are there any places that you can recommend in Thessaloniki as well to listen to Rebetiko music?
In Athens, we have a very, very busy winter. We play 5 nights a week.
5 nights.
Yes.
Mashallah.
In Wednesday, mashallah, yes. In Wednesday, we play in Hamilos. It's a very great place in Kolonos.
Hamilos.
Hamilos, yes. In Thursday, we play in Klimataria. It's a very, very old tavern in the center of Athens. And Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we play in Argo in Peristeri. I will send it in writing to you.
Please do. And also our friends can follow you on Instagram and other social media as well, so that you keep sharing the information. I know they are very informative people. And I think there are several venues in Thessaloniki as well. Do you ever perform in Thessaloniki as well?
Yes, many times, mostly in the summer, not so much in winter time, because winter time is Rebetiko is a winter songs. You have to be inside in the taverns to feel.
This is interesting, actually. I never thought about this. This is a great feedback. Yeah. What's the reason why? So that the people feel just more intimate. Get together,
yes. It's not that we don't play in summertime. We play also concerts, but the feeling of the tavern and the people drinking, dancing, it's mostly in closed spaces.
Okay, wonderful. Katerina, this has been a dream night. I cannot thank you enough. Ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ από την καρδιά μου.
Εγώ ευχαριστώ πολύ. It was a lovely hour that we shared.
Actually,
and thank everybody for joining.
It just flew away. I don't understand. It's been an hour already.
Yes.
I didn't feel just like 2 seconds. But as I stated earlier, this is the first one, but I don't think it's going to be the last one. If you have time before the winter, we can join again. Maybe we can.
Of course we will, and I promise that I will have my entire band and a different camera for us, so we can play all together and we talk all together.
That will be lovely. Can I take this as a promise?
Yes, you can. I keep my promises.
Please tell me anytime if anything I can do just to contribute to your performance in Turkey as well, in terms of connections, everything. But I already know that you have some connections in Turkey. Like Evrim is the ultimate guy.
I would love to perform everywhere in Turkey, in Istanbul, in Smyrna. It's a dream of me to also visit my parents and my grandparents' ground.
Perfect. Thank you for everything, for a beautiful smiling face, your beautiful voice, and also I'd like to thank Nico as well for everything. Can I say hi
Nico?
to him?
Yes, you can. Just a minute, Ella. Yes, you can see his face. We are, you know, we are on an island area. We are on vacation. We are not at home.
Thank you.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
That's my lovely husband.
It was great.
It's a great scene. Thank you guys so much. I wish you a wonderful rest of the summer. Please take care, and I hope that we will be in touch soon. Thank you so much for everything.
Thank you.
Καληνύχτα. Geceler.
İyi geceler. Kalinitta. Görüşürüz. Thank you. Bye bye.